What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're kicking things off a little later than we normally would in the ride, just because the section we came up to get where we currently are, you guys have seen numerous times. So we're back in the Humboldt-Toiyabe National Forest. Stampede Reservoir is directly in front of you. Lucy is directly in front of me. And on top of that mountain right ahead of us, I don't think you guys can see it, but there is a white dot approximately right there. I don't know if I got that in the picture or not, but that is Sardine Peak Fire Overwatch. Gosh, that took a second. I in my head, I always get Stampede and Sardine like bass backwards. Blame my dyslexia. Anyway, if you guys were along for the ride when the for the Verdi Peak Fire Overwatch, this is another one of those guys. So just to give you an idea, the Verdi Peak Overwatch is like directly back that way about 9 miles, and then this is, I want to say that's probably northwest, or maybe a little more. Yeah, I would say northwest. It just overwatches, you know, obviously a different section of the forest. So there's 3 of these within about a 30 or so mile radius. And there's another one down north of here, or up north of here, I should say, that's called Babbitt Peak, which we may do both today. I don't know. It kind of depends. It's already a little warm up here. It's supposed to be like 95 or 96 in Reno today. I've been sitting on the couch all week. Work's been slow. I had to get the heck out of there, so came up here to find a little solitude and shake off the dust of being at home. I'll tell you what, it's been like no less than 2 weeks, maybe a month since I've ridden up here, and this is a little more technical riding than like the stuff I do around Reno, and I'm feeling it today. My right hand has been like numb literally since I got off-road. My back is like a little tense for some reason. I just can't seem to find my flow. So I think, believe it or not, there's 2 of these fire overlooks. Like I said, there's Sardine and Babbitt. Sardine is the harder of the 2 to get to, just because I think the road is a little less maintained. Babbitt Peak is actually a like currently in operation fire overwatch. Like if we were to go up there, we would probably have Forest Service people up there manning that. I don't believe this one still is. What I've read about the Sardine Peak fire overwatch is that you can actually rent it like as a cabin to stay in. I haven't looked into it as far as pricing goes, but that's what I had read most recently, was that they had refurbished it and made it, but you know, basically like you can sleep, I think probably 2 or 3 people in it. So kind of a cool idea. So that's where we're heading today. This is where we are right now. As always, you're with 775 Supermoto Adventures. Let's get it on. All right, folks. So we are gonna attempt to catch the intersection of Sardine Valley by just kind of paralleling Stampede Reservoir. I was looking on the Gaia GPS app, and it looks as if, that's a huge dip, it looks as if I can parallel the reservoir for maybe a mile instead of backtracking, because who likes to backtrack, and then pick the trail up on the other side. So it's a little rough riding through here because this is all like lake rock. You know, got my baby heads, which I love so much. And bugs. Stampede Reservoir is like bug central. They get in your helmet, and that's no fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut that, even though it's warm. And contrary to popular opinion, I love the helmet. I'll never get rid of it. The Klim Krios Pro does not ventilate very well. I don't know why. I mean, it's okay at like highway speeds, but I never ride at highway speeds. So this slow speed stuff, it's just, especially when you're talking, you know, you're blowing out hot air more than you would be if you were just breathing. So we have a new piece of equipment to talk about today. It's right here on my back. Show you a couple of quick pictures. It's the OGO Dakar hydration backpack. And boy, let me tell you, this thing is badass. Now, that's a 45-minute into my first ride with the backpack opinion, but I do love it for a few different reasons. Let's talk about those. Number one, storage. This thing's got so much room, so much room. I don't know if you guys noticed, if you're followers of the channel, I don't know if you noticed in the last pic or in the last video I just did back there when we parked. Jeez. I took the trunk off of the back of the bike for a couple of reasons. Number one, access on and off the bike is much easier in very difficult terrain when you're not having to swing your leg over top of a 10-inch tall trunk. DRZs sit high enough as is, and I am only about a 30-inch inseam on a good day. So if you're a leggy guy, you don't have any problem. And yeah, I get it. You can throw a leg, you can throw a foot on the peg, kick your leg up over. That doesn't always work. Depending on the scenario you're in, you may or may not have the ability to do that. So that was the number one reason.
One eternity later.
Alright, so we made it back to the main road, which I think this is like Stampede Road, because it switches, or Sardine Road. There I go again. So yeah, weight with the backpack, heavy but manageable, and I don't even have it remotely full. But so far, fantastic. I love it. The only thing that's been like kind of a consistent hassle is the mouthpiece. I've got the like chin guard thing in my Krios helmet just to help knock down on more wind noise, and it's hard to get it around that because it's got this really weird pivot thing, but you know, you get used to it. No hydration tube is easy to get into a helmet with a chin guard on. So this is Sardine Valley that we're gonna hit right here. And it's huge. I don't know, it's all fenced and there's cows on it. That was weird, my phone activated Siri. So I don't know if this is private property. It is all fenced, there are cattle out on it. But I don't really see anything. Let's see, what does this say? Private property, boom. Somebody owns all that, crazy. Talk to you guys a little bit about the spot. Oh, I hope you guys can see these. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. There are thousands, if not tens of thousands of grasshoppers on the road, and as you approach them, they all jump up and smack you. This is like biblical. It's a good road back here. This is fun. I should have ridden it further in the last time I was out here, but I did not. So I think there should be a left up here. I don't really. Oh, right to the helmet. Yeah, I think our left is up here. Alright, back on the road after a little battery change. Like I said, I'm not getting like, I'm not getting an hour out of batteries on the Hero 8 anymore. And it's not like I'm recording 4K or anything. I mean, I'm 1080 60, which shouldn't be chomping up that much battery power, but luckily I've got plenty of them, so no biggie. So it looks like it should be about 5 miles to the top, and then we're gonna hang out at the top for a little while, and then I think we're gonna hit Khyber's Flat on the way out. That's a completely different way than we've ever been. It's actually kind of a shortcut to a main road. We would have, and this is, you know, seat of my pants math, 15 miles or so to get back to I-80 when we're ready to head out today, if we go back the way we came. And this is just 5 miles to get to 89, which cuts through Truckee. Then we can catch I-80, or however we decide to go back But I think by the time we're done up here, we'll probably want to go the quicker way home just because of the temperature. Okay, so that's not us, I don't think. Now it's got a fence. Somebody must be building a house up there. There's a permit number on there. I don't see... I mean, unless this thing is on the hill right in front of us here, I guess it could be. Because it's not... Oh yeah, somebody's camping up there. He's actually like working up there. Okay. So, now what? I guess we look at the GPS. The fire tower is on this hill in front of us. This is definitely the steepest thing we've been on today. Not that it's that steep, but everything, like all the roads through Toiyabe Forest are like so gradual, they're so easy to ride because they're not flat, but for the amount of like vertical drop you go through, they're super rideable. So I think this is the correct way based on the map. It gets really confusing up here. When I was looking at all the overlay stuff back at the house, I don't remember seeing as many like options, but you get up here and it seems like every couple of miles like there's a three-way fork in the road. And that happens in the Forest Service. Not a huge deal, but when you have a destination, like, you know, if you're up here just free riding, like screwing around, it doesn't really matter. But when you have a destination you're trying to find, I'm telling you guys, Gaia GPS is for $20. It's, I mean, it's literally the only thing keeping me on the right path right now. That's a big tree that fell. Thanks Forest Service for clearing that out. It'd actually be pretty cool if we got up here and this was manned with Forest Service personnel just to chat with them. I don't think it is, but I think it could be, given the current amount of fire danger we have. This is really kind of tricky to figure out because you can't see the peak. I think we're close. I think two more turns and we should be there. I'm hoping. I'm ready to be there. Sardine Lookout. All right. Locked gate ahead. Better not be locked. Oh, it is. That is literally a heartbreaker. Alright. You gotta find somewhere to park this bad boy. Alright guys, so as of July 10th, this gate is closed and locked. Yep. And it says, lookout is monitored by surveillance and physical patrols due to vandalism. So somebody's come through here on a UTV. Sorry for huffing and puffing. We're at about 200 feet. So I guess if we're going up, we're hiking it. I'm gonna walk up to this first clearing and see like how far it is, because I really hate to leave the bike here. But I feel like I could hear anybody if they were coming. So let's go check it out. All right guys, we made it up. You're gonna have to bear with me. That was about a mile hike of, this doesn't look steep, but a really steep grade. And your boy is not in the best shape of his life currently. So I am definitely chugging along. I'm trying to do this like as reasonably quickly as I can, just because the bike is down there. I have the key, but you know. All right, so I've ditched the helmet because we're at such high altitude. I was actually having a heck of a time breathing. But here you go, and this is a huge leap for your boy here, because you know how I feel about heights. But Stampede, that's where we started today. That's where the video kind of kicked off. And you can see Sardine Valley right here, which we rode. You can actually see the road. Remember I was pointing up here? I was at the peak of the lake back there, and it's crazy to me, the sight picture. So just like when we were at Verdi Peak, directly in front of us is Truckee. I can't see the landing strips of the airport, but you can see the ski runs. And then I don't know what lake that is. There's a big lake up on the hill over there. But Sardine, or Stampede, Boca Reservoir. And then I think we're actually going to end up going out towards Truckee today, just to mix things up a little bit. I also need to remember when I'm dealing with heights situations, if I take my helmet off and my peripheral vision is a lot better, it makes me feel a lot more stable. So that's looking out like towards, I think Loyalton is over that way, Plumas, Susanville, and there's some fire towers out that way too, several of them. I wish this went all the way around, but it stops right there. These trees, like this tree right here, literally looks like the pine needles on a Christmas tree at Home Depot. I don't see any vandalism up here. I don't know what was getting vandalized, but I mean, I guess they've probably repaired it, but I fully expected to see like spray painting and crap like that. What a view. So here you go, guys. Sardine Peak Fire Lookout. Amazing. All right, made it back to the bike. There's the gate. So any of you guys want to do this trek up here, it's maybe a half a mile, maybe a little less to get up from the gate. So it's not bad. I'm in freaking horrible shape. I'm in heavy clothes and riding boots, which are not very conducive to hiking. And I made it up that in about 8 minutes. Alrighty then. So we made it down. Smooth as silk. Actually really, really fast coming down. Most sections I was riding 30 or 35. So we came from this way. Sardine Valley is 2 miles to the left. We're actually going to take this way, which I think should go through Khyber's Flats. I think, I'm not positive, but it's only 5 miles to Highway 89. So Highway 89 is going to be in Truckee, and we'll take that to I-80 to get home. So let's head this way and see what it looks like. right, so lunch aside, we are back on the road. So like I said before, Khyber's Flat, Kyrburz, I believe is the spelling. And somewhere out here are those petroglyphs. I didn't check because I don't have any service, and I was like just kind of trying to chill and rest a little bit. But definitely a spot I want to come check out one of these days. But from here we're only about, I want to say like 4 or 5 miles to Highway 89, which takes you down into Truckee. So we're gonna wrap it there, guys. It's been a fun ride today. Not overly challenging, but just enough challenge to keep you on your toes, which is always a good ride after a little bit of a layoff. Sorry that these videos have been a little less frequent. I was hoping to do one a week, but you know, between work being up and down and the weather being like kind of uncooperative with the heat, it's hard to get these rides in sometimes. So I will do better to do my best. How about that? So as always, thanks for riding along. I enjoyed having you on this trip, as with all of them. I hope you guys enjoyed Sardine Peak Fire Lookout. Thought it was pretty cool, but maybe like a 7 out of 10, a little bit of a letdown there. There's a guy there. I wonder if this is, oh, that's Moore Station, so that's where, gosh, we got into civilization in a hurry, holy cow. Anywho, thanks for riding along, guys. 7 out of 10 rating on the Sardine Peak Fire Overlook. Bummer that you can't ride all the way to it, but I get it because of vandalism. But if you guys are interested in checking it out, absolutely, it's worth doing. It's a quick day trip if you're on a bike or a razor. You can do it in a 4x4, but it's gonna be slow going for the last, at least the last third, just because it gets rough towards the top for anything with 4 wheels. You know, the motorcycle, it's really easy to pick a track and just kind of snake your way through, but going up there on, you know, in a truck or an SUV would be a workout. So do not do it because I said it's hard. If you want to do it, give it a try. So there you have it, guys. That's our ride for the day. Thanks for coming along. Remember, throw me that thumbs up, drop me a like down below, leave me a comment. I love it, and I try my best to answer. I don't know what it is with YouTube. I've got the YouTube Studio app and obviously the regular YouTube app, and like 50% of the time I get comment notifications. So I apologize if you've made a comment. I know a few of you have. Thanks to the new followers. I know there's been several of you. Do not think that I do not appreciate it. I am on my way to try to get to 100. Like I said, we're going to do a giveaway when we hit 100. And who knows what that'll be. So until next time, guys, thanks for riding along. We'll see you then.